Hey everyone, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, that website address for you, if you don't know, is theclinicaltrialsguru.com. This is where we discuss clinical trials in plain English every day. And today we will do English, but at the end, a very special Russian quotations from Mr. Anton Akolov, who works for my company, South Coast Clinical Trials, as a study coordinator, sub-investigator, and a rater for numerous trials that we have. He's brand new to our company, and he, in Russia, as recently as last year, he's actually a psychiatrist in Russia, so he has plenty of clinical trial experience in Russia as a sub-investigator, right?
Yes.
Were you PI in Russia?
No.
Okay, sub-investigator in Russia, but he has done, I would say, dozens of clinical trials for psychiatry in Russia. And this video we're going to kind of talk about and introduce the topic of clinical trials in Russia and how they are similar to clinical trials in the United States and also how they are different. Okay? So first of all, thank you very much, Anton, for being here today.
Thank
you. So what would you say you like about, from your experience so far, what have you noticed about clinical trials in the United States that are different from those in Russia?
Yes, different. All countries take course to type of clinical trials in the United States. How all countries want to make the same clinical trials. And if I remember, for pharmaceutical company, United States very important market, and they provide some different type of clinical trials here.
Mm-hmm.
But in common situation, how CRA looks
at the study documents,
yes,
for
the study
example.
documents is the same.
Exactly the same.
Exactly.
Now
the same. But we haven't IRB. In Russian we work with local.
Local IRB only.
Yes.
So there's no, in Russia there's no central IRB. At least from the studies you were working with.
If I remember correctly, today there are no central
And
IRB.
in Russia, their research is mostly done in hospitals, right? Or university settings?
Yes.
Are there any...
Russia, too interesting country. We change our law contemporarily and regular. By this reason, today's situation may be already changed. But in the beginning of this year, we haven't central IRB, we have just local ethic committee.
Just local.
Yes.
And when, just so our audience knows and gets an idea, when did you start clinical trials in Russia? What year? So that we understand, we have a framework.
2006.
2006. And until 2012?
12, yes.
So 6 years.
6 years.
Have you noticed the amount of clinical trials in Russia increasing every year?
Not.
No? Okay, because here in the United States, we were, from that same time period, 2006 till present, in 2006 we saw an increase in 2007, and then in 2008 another increase. Around 2009 and 2010, because of the recession, we saw a significant decrease in the amount of clinical trials in the United States. And what I want to know is, did you also experience the same decrease in studies?
No.
No.
In Russia we have experience of decrease in studies, but it depends not from the crisis.
Not from the recession?
Not from recession. It depends from Russian law. Because in, if I remember right, in 2010, Russia changed law about biomaterial.
Okay,
and,
the biomaterials.
Biomaterials.
Yes, yes.
In US, you all time work with laboratory which located in US. But in Russia, we often, in psychiatry, we often work with laboratory which located in Euro Union. By this reason, we have to send all biosamples to Euro Union.
Euro Union.
Yes.
And from there,
and
once they receive them,
yes,
then they ship it to the...
no,
No.
we are not installed. But when a Russian government changed law about biomaterials,
Mhm.
a lot of biomaterials, biosamples, stopped at the border.
Of Russia.
Yes,
Ah,
for a long time. And the same situation can be with investigating product. It can stop on border.
okay. So normally let's say you're working with a drug company, Pfizer,
Yes.
right? Or Eli Lilly. How
Yes.
would that impact the clinical trial? Well, the drugs, the investigational product would not be able to reach you?
Yes.
They would not reach your site.
Say again.
So how would that impact your site in Russia? Let's say Eli Lilly is sending you...
Yes, they send in they send in to us laboratory
Mm-hmm.
kits. They send in to us even papers, CRF,
Mm-hmm.
papers, book.
CRF, right?
Yes.
But what
Patient
about
book.
investigational product? You said they're getting stopped at the border?
No, it happens just from time to time.
Ah,
It not all time.
but it does happen
It does happen.
frequently.
Not frequently,
Okay.
but
still,
but
this year?
I don't know about this year.
Ah,
But this situation can happen in Russia
yes.
because of
Government regulations.
yes, government regulation and some speciality of Russian borders.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna split this up into 2 separate videos, okay? I will push stop record and then I'll record another one for another topic right now.
Okay.
Do you want to say hello to your Russian colleagues in Russia? Give them our...
With pleasure. Всем привет.
Yes, thank you very much. This
Хорошего
is
времени.
Dan and Anton from the Clinical Trials Guru. I want to give my Guru producers a shout out for $99 a year. Are you ready? Lifetime membership.
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
Awesome.
Every time I do a video, I mention their name. I'm only accepting 100. Okay, so right now I have 11. Thank you to Sarah Elizabeth Siegler, Resolve Research Solutions, Accurate Clinical Trials, Earnhardt Clinical Trials, PTNR, Patrick Stone from Tradestone LLC. We have Darshan Kulkarni from Kulkarni Law Firm. We have Biofarm Systems. We have Zymewire. We have, of course, South Coast Clinical Trials and Breakthrough Clinical Trials. And if you want to be a producer, I mean, $99 for life. This is like coffee in 1 year. 1 month. Yes? Starbucks.
Yes, but
In Russia, you drink tea. So it's
yes,
different.
in Russia we drink tea.
Stay tuned. We'll do one more video. Thank you, Anton. Dan and
Thank you.
Anton, clinicaltrialsguru.com.